You reach the next level in business when you accept the worst case scenario, the possibility that it might all crumble down and you have to go back to that job. Now let me explain, because if you understand this concept, you will get to $10,000 a month way quicker. Now, I've noticed there's a pattern to all of my big business breakthroughs. Every time I've doubled my monthly income, what I'm about to describe to you has happened. And the biggest example I could possibly give you that I remember is when I started developing my Steam game. That channel that plaque is from, I was a game developer on that channel, and up until that point I was making money here and there. I was on about $4,000 a month. The way that I could have got way past $4,000 a month is by making a game. But that was a big risk, because a game takes a year to make, and if you spend like 4 or 5 months making it before you announce it and it flops, you've just lost all of that time. And me, I was really scared, because the 9 to 5, I dreaded it. I did not want to go back. I put off making this big decision for months because I had a stable income, and to surpass it, I had to risk it all. And the way I surpassed it is one day I just sat myself down and I said, Brian, absolute worst case scenario, if you announce this game and for some reason everyone starts hating you, you can just get a part-time job for a while. You will be fine. You've worked a part-time job before, and you can claw your way back up and escape that job just like you've done in the past. You live in a first world country. You won't be left homeless. Accepting this worst case scenario is the only way to get to the next level. And keep in mind, this worst case scenario is almost never going to happen. I had savings that I could have fallen back on, whatever, but accepting it gives you the power to make that decision and take that risk. The reason I wanted to make this video today is because I noticed this pattern in my clients as well. They are scared to make big decisions. I tell them to do something like make their offer, implement something, change something around, and then I message them 24 hours later asking them why they haven't done it, and they're scared. It's scary to make these big decisions and change things around when you've been doing something the same way for a long time. You will become a better businessman if you can make decisions fast. The faster you try something and it fails, the better and quicker you can move on to the next thing. The only way to get rid of the uncertainty is to lean into it so that you can be certain. That going into the uncertainty gives you the certainty that you want. And now I say you have to accept the possibility of going back all the way back down, but the thing is, the worst case scenario almost never happens. Usually, worst case, you lose nothing. It's our brains that make us suffer more than we do in reality. Almost all of the time, making that decision might just lose you some time. It might temporarily lose you a little bit of income that you can then get back anyway. So to make these big decisions that you have to make in business, sit yourself down and realize that you are okay. And the only way to get to that next level is to take risks. The worst thing that can happen is your situation stays the same, or it gets a little bit worse for a month before you take it back to the level it was before. But until you make that decision, you won't know. So almost the way to get to the next level is to accept the level you're currently at, and to accept the possibility that you will stay at this level if the decision you have to make fails. And this is the price of success: sacrificing the very thing you want in your mind, sacrificing the possibility of achieving it, and reducing the importance of achieving it so that you stop getting in your own way and actually make that decision that may or may not lead to your goal. Remember, by making that decision, you're not sacrificing your goal as a whole. You're sacrificing the present moment, your comfort in the present moment, for the possibility of a better future. And if that fails, you can try other things. If you don't learn to make decisions unemotionally now, it will carry on into the future where you're already successful. I remember in Thailand when I was in my villa with a pool and I was journaling on this like wooden decking we had about doing this business, pursuing this business, and sacrificing the progress of my game development business. I remember I had a 3-week period where I was stressing myself out and I lost presence. I wasn't present. I wasn't in Thailand anymore. I was in my head stressing about this decision for 3 weeks straight until I remembered, Brian, Look around. You are in Thailand. You're literally where you wanted to be 2 years ago. You've achieved your dream, so enjoy it. And then I finally made the decision to pursue this channel and I relaxed. So make sure, if you have this pattern, to break it now. Realize that whatever happens, you will be okay. As long as you keep pursuing your goal and you never quit, it doesn't matter if you suffer temporary setbacks. You have to take those risks to find out what's going to happen. To get my personal help with making money online so that you can escape your job and move to somewhere like Thailand, travel the world and do whatever you like, click the link below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.